Okay, let's continue. This is a continuation of read-only memories, and I believe we're starting on chapter 4. Here we go. Let's keep it the path we're on. I don't remember what path we were on, Turing. Where am I going? Let's see. Ah, okay. Oh, that's right, because we went... That's right, you could do these in either order, I remember that. We had a choice. So now we're going to the Flower Mansion. Something wrong? Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. I was wool gathering. I see we've arrived at the Melody Floors residence. It's quite impressive. But that's to be expected, considering that she is still in the majority, she's still the majority owner of the Flower Cybernetics Group, despite retiring from day-to-day operations at the company. I wonder how she and Hayden first began working together. Sorry, back on task. Is there anything you'd like to know before we head inside? Let's see. What would we like to know? Oh, that'd be awesome, Sai. Actually, yeah, if you could type a recap for peeps. That'd be cool. Sai's like the master of this game. Okay, I do need some refreshing, though. I don't even remember where we left off. Give me a rundown of Flower Cybernetics. Let's see what this thing is. Flower Cybernetics was established in the early 2000s by Melody's mother. It started out developing cutting-edge medical tech, including advanced prosthesis and nanoparticle diagnostic and treatment technologies. They were vastly successful when they perfected the first synthetic nerve mesh, allowing direct connection and control between the nervous system and the cybernetic prosthesis. The majority of their early projects were defense technologies for the American military, developing ruggedized military prosthesis for use on injured soldiers, and then eventually electively for special forces. This research line culminated in the development of brain-controlled androids as shock troops, long since barred by the international law. Oh, robotic soldiers. Okay, so if you missed the last cast, we're a journalist. The year is 2064. We were woken up on December 23rd by a small robot named Turing, who introduces himself as the first sentient robot, created by an old friend of yours named Hayden. Actually, so I'm going to let you type the whole thing out first. Thanks for typing out the recap, though. It's really helpful. Appreciate it. Melody took over the company from her aging mother, and she fought against developing further military hardware from that point on. See, that's what always happens with, like, science tech. It always goes military. That's when the world turns to shit. She pushed the company to use the BCA technology for the company's original goals of medical advancements, as well as developing for the first direct link virtual reality implants. The company is largely successful on a global scale, despite continued legislative movement against extensive cybernetic use, especially brain implants. Man, he's given us like a full rundown. Thanks, Turing. Sai is like our Turing. She's like the chat's Turing. Sai, what can you tell me about last chapter? Okay, what can you tell me about Melody, the lady we're gonna go visit, I guess? Not a whole lot. She's largely private, in contrast to her mother's penchant for courting a media circus. Several biographies of the former Flower executives show her as intensely passionate about demilitarizing the company to the point of absolute viciousness in the boardroom. But it's been a long time since her days of fighting for the company, and she's since stepped away from the helm. There's talk that she's lost her spine in her old age, but, well, I'd take that with a grain of salt, Charlie. She may have retreated from the corporate battlefield, but you don't change the entire direction of a company as large as Flower if you're a quitter. Stay on your toes. And I don't remember who Yannick was. Oh, no, that's the guy at the hospital, I think. He did. I can't shine much light on that. I know that System 1 worked with Flower to help develop the first operating systems for the direct link virtual reality implants. So perhaps it happened during that time. Also, Flower eventually went with a different company for future models of the implant. But there was never any public talk of a personal falling out between the heads of the companies. I'll scrape the mesh for more rumors, but they'll only be that. Rumors. I can do my best to parse fact from fiction, but it blurs too much for me to be sure what's real. Alright, let's go inside, if we can. No time like the present, then. Doorbell. What? Is Melody home? What? He just walked away. Your guess is as good as mine, Charlie. Mine says we can go in. Should we? Wait, let's ring it again. Maybe we'll come back. The door's open. No, I'm trying to get the bear to come back. Let's look at it for a second. How did he even turn the door handle? Yeah, he's a bear. And there's a bear statue right here, too. Small-scale bear statues guard the entrance to the mansion. She really likes polar bears? Oh, hey. Oh, Swanky. Swanky? What? I've been trying to increase my usage of, colloquialisms. Is Swanky too out of date? I'll say. It was out of fashion back when I used to care about what was in style. Oops. I know who you are, Yannick. Yannick isn't the only one with little birds to chirp in his ears. Curse him to the pit. We can explain. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that Yannick guy either. No, don't even start. If I thought you were Yannick's, I would have just had Pat here eat you both when you came through my door. He would have done it gladly, too. I like the bear. Fine, not eating. He's on a diet. Perhaps a light mauling. Look, this philosophy is how I lead my life. Sometimes you eat the bear, and sometimes the bear, well, he eats you. He likes that. Well, stop lurking and let's chat. I don't have all day to entertain you, Turing, nor your journalist friend. Not even for Hayden. You don't have time to waste if you're gonna find him either. Right. Okay, let's get to talk. She's got a lot of interesting... That's a cat? The most regal-looking robotic cat in the world sits prim and proper on the fainting chair. Can we pet it? Lily. It looks remarkably bored at all attempts at conversation. Okay. It's probably a cleaning ROM. Enter. Oh, she's got a gardening ROM. That's cool. Room control. Let's just start talking to her. Melody Flores, nanomachine heiress and the owner of Flower Cybernetics Group. Alright. You have me at a disadvantage, Miss Flores. You seem far more familiar with me than I you. Have we met? It's just Melody, Turing. And no, we never met. Though considering how often Hayden harassed me for the design schematics of Flower's latest neural implants, I might as well be your aunt. We'll go with that. Yo, what's up, Nox? You don't have to shh. How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Yeah, Sai's just doing like a super in-depth recap of what happened up to this point. What's up, Taiga? How's it going? Good to see you again. Welcome back. I wouldn't mind being an aunt, even to a blue-headed robot. I'm touched, Melody. We were hoping you might be able to shine some light on my origins. Fairlight mentioned that you would worked with Hayden in the past. We haven't had any access to any of his research notes and couldn't track down any collaborators he may have been working with. Perhaps if we know more, we might be able to nail down a solid motive. Well, I don't know if I can speculate on that, but beyond typical corporate infighting. Not that Parallax is known for that, of course. Still, I'm willing to answer your questions for now. Okay, so how did you and Hayden end up working together on Turing? I'm sure that maybe he just like used some of her parts or something. Before we move on, let me read up on Sai's recap. So if you guys just got here, let me start from the top. So if you missed the last cast, we're a journalist. The year is 2064. We were woken up on December 23rd by a small robot named Turing, who introduces himself as the first sentient robot created by an old friend of yours named Hayden. We visited Hayden's apartment but found no clues except for a meeting he was having later that day with a hacker named Tomcat. We meet up with Tomcat and they suggest that we get the data cache from Hayden's computer for clues about his disappearance. But when we return to the apartment, it's been ransacked. Spray paint from an anti-hybrid movement called the Human Revolution, and the data cache was missing. While we were at the apartment, we get knocked out by an unknown attacker and have to go to the hospital. While there, we meet Dr. Fairlight, a previous CEO from a company that merged with Parallax, the company that Hayden worked for. He wants to help and suggests that we speak with the leader of the local Human Revolution protests. We also hear from Tomcat, who wants to hack Parallax for information about Hayden's disappearance in case it's an inside job. In order to hack into Parallax, we need help from Jess, a lawyer who is also a hybrid, someone who has received therapy using animal genes to cure an illness. Jess agrees to help if we will break up the protests outside the gene clinic. We go and talk to the protest leader, break up the riots. After the riot breaks up, we have a run-in with two younger members that Turing believes were involved in the ransacking of Hayden's apartment. They give us a stolen data. Cache, but that had nothing to do with the kidnapping. With the riots broken up, just gives us access to an old Parallax data center, and we help Tomcat hack in to find information about Hayden. Unfortunately, they find a video proof that Hayden was killed during the raid. The next day, after Turing has had some time to grieve, we continue to look for information on why Hayden was kidnapped and killed. Tomcat suggests we talk to Melody, who we're talking to now. Tomcat also suggests that we look into a series of articles that have been mysteriously changed after they were uploaded. This leads us on an investigation around several media stations that had the same problem. At each step, people are being killed. We find few answers, and when one of the media contacts we talk to is killed right in front of us, Turing closes the investigation. That's where we are now. So we're talking to Melody, basically, to get some more information. So, how did you, Melody, and Hayden end up working together on Turing? Oh, Hayden wasn't researching machine sapience. At least not primarily. But to diminish the importance of your creation, Turing, but Hayden is mainly interested in developing a way to transfer human consciousness into a machine matrix. You can see why neural implants would obviously be an integral part of that. Oh, I didn't realize. So how would Turing's development help with digitizing the human mind? Wait, so they're going backwards now? Well, the concept of transferring the human mind into a computer has been an attractive goal for decades. Functional immortality is a powerful lure. The brain is an immensely complicated machine, and even though we know the right parts to push to make pictures show up, we still can't replicate the entire thing as a technological construct. What's up, Skizzin? Gonna need a shotgun. I'm gonna need a shotgun of beer. Nice. Yeah, this game's all story, man. Even with virtual reality implants, we're really just relying on the brain's ability to make sense of nonsensical signals. The implant is just a signal pipe, and the brain does all the real processing. That's why the acclimation period for a direct link implant is like being stuck on a low-grade hallucinogens for a whole week. So Hayden decided the best way to make a machine more like the human brain would be to work in the opposite direction. Instead of mimicking the mechanics of the human brain, he started writing code that mimicked the functioning of the human mind, and assumed the architecture behind it would suit both purposes. Think of it like a convergent evolution, two different species developing the same adaptation to solve the same problem, but continents apart. Hayden is a crack programmer when it comes to information collating. That's how he made his name in Parallax in the first place. So he wrote a bunch of baffling self-modifying learning algorithms and let them loose. Poke and prod them here and there to make sure they value the same things humans do, and we eventually end up with you, Turing. Interesting. Hayden never really revealed any of this to me. I imagine he's pretty tight-lipped. You were the first... Oh! Hey, Garfield, thanks so much for the follow, man. Hey, it's a panty raid. I missed a raid. How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. Garfield. How are you, man? Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow. A potato that is purple. Hey, that's the second potato we got here. And hey, York117, how's it going? Welcome to the channel. Oh, it's a particle pants raid. What's up, Pee-Pee? How you doing, man? How was your stream? Thanks so much for the raid. We had another potato here earlier, actually. A potato that is purple. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, guys. Thanks so much for coming by. My name's Charlie. I'm a variety caster. Tonight we're playing Read-Only Memories. This is it's a cyberpunk point-and-click murder mystery game. It's pretty amazing. Personally, I'm not that into point-and-click adventure games because I usually get bored of them and kind of just fade away from them and get uninterested. But this game has such interesting character design, setting, and story that I can't really stop. It's great. The guy that was hosting our server having a power surge. Oh, weird. You guys, that's Particle Pants over there. You guys should go check out his channel. He's actually one of the... I think you were like... You were one of the people I started watching like my first week on Twitch, to be honest. That was like when I first started, man. Back in May. Hope you've been well, dude. Oh my god, I love Starbound. I love Starbound. It's so good. Starbound is great. But anyway, thanks so much for joining the raid, you guys. Welcome to the channel. It's nice to have you guys here. And thanks so much, Particle Pants. Appreciate it, man. It's good to see you. I'm gonna jump back in here. You were the first prototype he considered a real success, and he was afraid of contaminating your development before he had the chance to make good observations. Okay, hold on, let me go back. What's the story between you and Fairlight? I've only played Starbound alone. I never had anyone to play with, so I've only just played by myself. But I had a lot of fun with it. Oh, Number 2! We made it, guys. Oh hell, that old bastard and I have been flashing daggers at each other for the better part of 20 years. And how's it going, Stu? Good to see you, man. I contracted out of the software development for our first-gen direct link VR neural implants to System 1. Okay, by the way, you guys, if you guys just got here, the wording of the writing is a bit like tech heavy, so it might kind of just go over your head, but trust me, I promise you, if you stick with it, it gets really interesting. But they're gonna throw a lot of words out there like first-gen direct link VR neural implants and stuff. So, here we go. We'll carry on. Things were going great, but after the first model sold like gangbusters, Yannick tried to get into bed with me. Literally. I turned him down very politely, I might add. And then suddenly all the cooperation between our companies dried up. We've been at it back and forth ever since. I'd be damn careful about trusting him if I were you. He's a snake, and he'll do anything he can to get what he wants. Still, I suppose if he tried again now, I might not turn him down. It would be fun to needle him about me still having my own company when he doesn't have his. Can you tell us about yourself and Flower Cybernetics? Tisk. This is why I don't talk to journalists. They all want to pry into my life. Can't you wait for my autobiography? I promise I'm working on it. Pinky promise. We don't want to pressure you, Melody, but every bit of information we can get could be useful in pointing us towards the individuals that attacked Hayden. Alright. Off the record? Of course. Fine, ask away. What's the deal with Pat? Okay, so Pat is her bear here. I want to know what's the deal with this bear. That's Pat. Pat is a prototype as well. Flower had a short-lived project that attempted to use neural implants to increase the cognitive power of non-human animals. It worked, to an extent. Smarter than the average bear, but not by much. Oh, be quiet. After the project was squashed, mostly for being money pit, Pat was the only surviving success story. The eggheads didn't know what to do with him, so I decided to keep him around here. He's not a bad companion, if a tad taciturn. Give it up, Pat. You're no Shakespeare. I like Pat. What's your history with Flower? Well, Mommy Dearest first started the company half a century ago and quickly let it turn from a cutting-edge medical research group into a Department of Defense super soldier cyborg factory. I took over when she got lymphoma and had to fight tooth and nail to turn Flower into something that churned my guts a little less. Now we were back to making medical tech and consumer neural implants, rather than brains inside tin cans with lasers strapped to the front. So basically, she turned this company back around from becoming like a military, like weapons tech company. If the US government wants more war-grade cyborgs, then they'll have to get them elsewhere, never mind them being banned by the Geneva Convention. I guess that's the gist of it, unless you want to, if you want the sordid details of the 2 decades of board meetings I had to fight through until I managed to buy back a majority stake in the company. No, that seems to line up what the mesh says. And by the way, the mesh is kind of like the future internet. When I'm happy, the mesh manages to get something right at least. How are you involved in the company today? Ha, I'm not. I mean, I still own the damn thing, but frankly, I'm tired. I let the current CEO and board do what they want, with the understanding that I will shit-can them if they do anything, egregiously stupid. Sorry. Like, say, create a more cyborg assassin, war machines. Ew. These days, I mostly spend my time talking to Pat and practicing my painting. You paint? What a coincidence. I love painting. What do you do? Oh, nothing fantastic, just still life mostly. I'll never be known for my artistic skills, but I enjoy it. It's very meditative, isn't it? I agree, very much. I look forward to when all of this is over and I can get back to my canvases. I know, right, Barnacle Pants? Would you mind taking a look at my work, since you're my aunt and all? Oh, that's cute. It's a date. I think that's everything we need to know. Let's get the fuck out of here. And hopefully she doesn't get killed as soon as we leave, like the past couple. If the patterns are real, she might get killed very soon here. We'll see. Good, I can get back to my retirement. Thank you for your time, Melody. We'll be in touch later. Oh, one more piece of information for you if you'd like. I've got the contact info for a Vincent Mensa, who I think might be of help to you. Vincent was working more closely with Hayden inside Parallax, mostly on his company-approved research on data collating algorithms for the mesh. I'll send him a message and ask him to meet you somewhere. He owes me a favor anyway and might be able to give you some more information, anything else Hayden may have been working on. Okay, so this is where we got our next location to go. Perhaps Golden Gate Park. That's public and crowded for the safety of us all. That should work. Be careful out there, Turing. I hate to see this get you killed. I will exercise caution, Melody, but I have contacts that can affect any repairs I may need. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go meet this guy at like a big public place so he doesn't get assassinated like all the other guys. Each repair will make the little idiosyncrasies of your hardware mismatched against your personality algorithms. I'll be honest though, sometimes the game is a bit wordy. Like it's a bit too much. You kind of start losing the point. You have to be rebooted from scratch. So, I'm sorry to say, but you're as mortal as the rest of us, Turing. I didn't know. Yeah, I can tell you. Oh, sorry, I'm going a little too fast. There's plenty I don't know, so maybe I'm wrong. I only remember some of what Hayden told me about how he put you together. Just look out for yourself. I will, thank you. Alright, I'm getting out of here. This is where they usually get killed. Is she gonna get killed right now, or are we good? Can we leave without her dying? Okay, we can leave without her dying. Golden Gate Park. Yeah, this would make a really good book, to be honest. This would be an awesome book. This is probably the guy. You've never seen this person and they appear to be waiting for somebody. Perhaps this is who you're supposed to meet? Oh, listen to the jazzy music. This is cool. Can I help you with something? I don't really have time to talk. I'm waiting for someone. Are you Vincent Mensa? We're here for a meeting on behalf of Melody Flores. Oh, good. You're Melody's people. Do you have the things that I asked for? Ah. There must be some miscommunication. Melody said that you would be able to provide us with some information about Hayden Weber's projects within Parallax. He has gone missing, and any information we can get may be useful. Damn that old woman. We had a deal. She promised me those things, and I'm not giving her anything until I get them. I already know Hayden is missing. Why else would I be willing to sell corporate secrets to Flower? This was my chance to get away from Parallax. Instead, she sends the two of you, hat in hand, with none of the things I need. I'm assuming you're Hayden's little pet AI. Insulting, but accurate. Look, it's not that I don't want to help. I do. Hayden was a colleague and a friend. If I just hand over his research, I lose most of my leverage. I need help getting the hell out of here. I'll just have to shop it around again since Flower still isn't interested in information on Parallax's new big project. Maybe after I get a buyer, I'll be able to pass it to you. Perhaps we could assist you. My friend here is a terrific journalist, being skilled at hunting down people, and information is his job. I don't know. Look, I need 100,000 credits cash, fake passports for me and my wife, and an untraceable car. If you can get me that, I can get the hell out of here and get to Canada. And I'll give you anything you want, Hayden's research notes, what I know about Parallax, my company's security credentials, whatever. I just can't stay in Neo SF anymore. We might be able to do that. Might? Do you mind answering some other questions first? Hey cats, how you doing? What? Why? Melody only gave us a rough sketch of what you need. The more you can tell us about the situation, the sooner we can fulfill your request. Okay, sure. As long as it isn't any of the juicy stuff. So, what do you do for Parallax, Mr. Wheelchair Man? I'm the head of applications engineer for their data analysis division. Or maybe was, is what I should be saying. If Hayden is the big brain who comes up with the math that runs the search algorithms, I'm the guy who figures out how to collect and apply the data we get. We've worked pretty closely for years, but he's a head and shoulders above me as far as theory goes. I just build stuff out of the things he hands me. I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit, dear Vincent. Hayden was just a computer science, if a good one. Was. A slip of the tongue. I'm still getting used to my independence from him. Ha! And that right there proves my point. Hayden built a fully independent machine intelligence in his spare time. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to bash myself here. I'm a good software engineer, probably one of the best. But machine intelligence? In a form factor like yours? Now that blows my mind. You've got full immersion virtual reality and brains in boxes running around inside android shells, yet most people would still call you science fiction. If you say so. I do. Yo, Spider Trider, how's it going, man? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. So, why are you so adamant? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Why is this guy trying to ditch town so quickly? Like new passports? Why is he trying to go to Canada? Well, I mean, I've never been to Canada. I don't know anything about it. Particle pants, it says it's not worth it, but why are you trying to go to Canada, dude? Because Parallax is rotting from the inside out. Hayden has gone missing, is the last straw. There's... what's the best way of saying this without giving away their game? This new project that is about to roll out is likely to change everything about how Parallax does their business. Not in an end-user kind of way, but everything behind the scenes will certainly change. We've had some board shakeups since the launch of the MeshNet, and the people at the top are different from the ones who've previously run the company. They're harder, more ruthless, and more concerned with profits than ever before. The altruism the company has displayed in the past is gone, and this new project has promised to give the board owners more power. Not just richest company in the valley power, either. Real power. They got rid of Hayden because he was about to publish something that would get in the way of that, and not to be too dramatic, I think they got rid of him for good, too. Rumors and speculation, but... anyway, if they're willing to get rid of the brightest mind on their payroll, what's to stop them from getting rid of me? There's half a dozen people who could do my job. So I'm getting out of here before I accidentally step on the wrong person's toes, and I end up at the bottom of the bay or whatever. And, do you know anything about Hayden's disappearance? These are such journalist-style questions. My guy is such a journo. Yeah, Spider Trader, this is a pretty interesting game. It's a cyberpunk murder mystery. So, do you know anything about Hayden's disappearance? Nothing concrete. I probably wouldn't have noticed anything about out of the ordinary. I mean, Hayden goes out for a couple of days all the time, right? Conferences and guest teaching. He doesn't exactly share his itinerary with me, but they cleared out his office, revoked his security clearances, and confiscated anything he had been working on with other divisions. I asked around, and no one will say anything. If he had jumped ship, went to a different company, it would be the talk of the week at the water coolers. Instead, dead silence. Thankfully, he allowed me to keep backups of most of his work, simply because I cross-referenced it so much. He didn't like having it all in one place anyway. Other than that, I don't know anything specific. Well, thank you. We'll go get those things for you. Fake passports, money, a car. Sure, I guess I could stick around here for a while. I need to make some calls, and this water ROM thing is funny. If you do manage to get what I need, I'll give you anything you want. Forwarding photos and info for the passports to Touring Now. And I really hope you can do this. I'd rather give it to you than some other corporation anyway. See you soon. I'm not quite sure where to get the fake passports or an untraceable car. The only shady folks we know are those kids who vandalized Hayden's apartment. I doubt they'll point us in the right direction, but a long shot is better than no shot. They might agree to help us in repayment for the damage done to the apartment. They seemed remorseful. Well, you should check out Market Street for them in case they regularly hang out there. As for the rest, perhaps Dr. Fairlight or Melody could spot us the cash. 100,000 is no small amount, but it's unlikely to cause much consternation for either of them, assuming they're as dedicated to helping us as they claim. Melody is assumably home as usual, and Fairlight did let us know he'd be at the hospital. We could ask either of them for assistance. Okay, so we need to go get fake passports and a shitload of cash. Let's go for the passports first. Market Street. This music is really cool. I kind of don't want to go to Market Street yet. This is it's really like slow. This music right here reminds me of like the early 90s, late 80s kung fu movie where like they're meditating with the sunrise. And then you see like silhouettes of them doing like hayas and training on the mountaintop. You know what I mean? Meditating by the waterfall. Like cheesy 80s film kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, let's go. Going off to Market Street. We gotta find those kids. Where are they at? Where are they at? They were down here, weren't they? No? No. There they are. These punks. Starfucker and Oliver. Particle. Alright, let's talk to Starfucker.
Ah, crap, it's that reporter and his bot again. Jeez it, Ollie.
Hold on a moment. We're just here to ask the two of you for a favor. You don't need to run again.
I knew you didn't have the guts to mess with me.
Guts?
And why would we want to help you?
We did trash that apartment, Chad.
Yeah, so?
We also didn't report you to the police for it.
Yes, so?
And they still could.
Oh. Alright, well, spill it then. I ain't got all day. Can't you see me and Oliver are busy men?
We need some assistance with some illicit activity that statistically individuals in your age bracket would likely have experience with.
Oh, so this is one of those things where you need a streetwise kid to show you the ropes? I love VRs like that. So what's the thread? B&E, war driving, copyright infringement, search bombing?
Is search bombing actually illegal?
It's against the terms of service, probably, at least in California.
We just need to buy some fake IDs, today. if possible.
Oh, that's nothing, if you could pay. Ollie can whip up a couple that'll work good enough to get you past the bouncer or a cop doing sniff tests. He's a wizard with a printer and a lifted wallet.
It's more complicated than that. Hey, Gally! Gally, what's up? Thank you so much for the hosts. What's up? How are you, Gally? We need falsified passport IDs that can get someone safely past the border. Yeah, so...
Oh, yeah, I don't think Ollie can do that, can you?
Not without a lot more expensive and illegal than what I already have.
What about the guy who got Elise's that unrestricted mesh card when she was on probation?
That's not really the same thing, Chad. Gally, there you are. What? How's it going, Gally? What's up? How was your cast?
Fallout.
Gally gal. Gally, I'm wondering if you've seen any of this game before. Give me a few minutes. This guy is pretty sketchy. Very cloak and dagger. I'll have to play middleman. Excellent. I'll forward you the relevant documents and photos.
Oh man, now I'm starting to feel left out. Ollie gets to show off all his cool connections. You sure don't need someone's head kicked in a little? That's my area of expertise in our little duo.
Yo, Particle, thanks so much for that host, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Well, that and petty larceny.
We might have something that'll suit your skill set. Let's just get the passports first.
Awesome, you ain't so bad for a tin can.
Honestly? I'm composed almost entirely out of plasteel and silica, Chad. Yeah, his real name is Chad. What's up, Gay Starbucks? Well, how you doing? His real name is Chad, but he wants to go by his street name, Starfucker, because he's trying to be cool. Has no one come up with better insults for a robot since the turn of the century? ROMs have been out for almost a decade.
Yeah, that's a good point. Give me a sec. I'm pretty good at name calling, too.
Oh no, I'm sorry I brought it up.
Just hold on a second. Underclock bit brain.
Don't hurt yourself, Chad.
I'll get back to you, bubblehead. You know, you're a lot more chatty than any of the ROMs I've ever owned. What's the deal, Charlie? You install some new conversation routines Ollie ain't got the chance to nerd out about yet? They're top-notch, very bleeding edge.
I don't run traditional ROM VI personality software. I am, in fact, the first sentient.
Which means what exactly, in English?
It means he's a person, Chad, not a toy. Now, keep it down, I'm still on the phone. Oops, and yes, what he said. Okay, I talked to the guy. He said he'll do it, but he only works in trade. A couple of passports are gonna run us. One signed poster for Magic Commander Yukino. Yukino at the gates to the deep.
Of course! It's always that Japanese crap.
It's not my fault they make the best VR dramas. Maybe you can do better?
Probably.
Anyway, where can we get this poster? I'm not sure, probably nearby. I've done switches with this guy before and he never asked for something that'll take too long to get. We'll help you look for it. The cafe girl, what was her name? Oh shit, they're with us now. Chad and Oliver joined your party. Oh sweet. The cafe girl was a huge otaku, so she probably has it. Was her name Ramona? Oh, it's popping in here. Oh, there it is. I knew I saw a poster for a magical Commander Yukino somewhere around here. Okay, I knew it was here. I should have remembered Ramona would have one. You know this lady? Sure, we talk sometimes when I'm getting our drinks. You're usually too busy provoking people to notice.
Yeah, whatever.
There's a bit of a line. We'll have to wait a few minutes before we can talk to her. Alright.
We could just snatch the thing and run. I'm a fan of the smash and grab, simple and effective.
We can't do that. She knows who we are. Us too.
This is the most boring felony I've ever been on.
Look, we'll just stand in line.
Like a bunch of chumps. What is the big picture anywhere, Blue Bomber?
I'm not sure it's wise to spread it around, Chad. For either of us, the less you know, the less reason for anyone has to bother you.
Screw that, Static. I'm not heading to juvie not knowing what for. Spill the beans or I'll spill them for you.
Your persistence is already legendary, Chad. Fine. If you really must know, we're going to trade the passports for some information regarding the disappearance of my creator, the culprit behind which being Parallax. His apartment was the one you trashed.
Oh shit, that Hayden dude is your dad? And they snatched him? That's so messed up.
Well, Dad, after a fashion, he raised me.
Man, I hope you find the dudes that took him. I hope he's okay.
It seems very unlikely.
Oh man, I don't know what to say, you know? I mean, I still have my dad, but he's...
Chad?
He's never really been around, too busy trying to save the world from itself. Even now, he's over there standing in front of that damn clinic. And I thought I could find a way to make him... whatever. I might as well nuke that drive. It ain't gonna sink.
Okay, so he's got daddy problems. Oh, that's why. This explains a lot about Starfucker. He just has daddy issues. He just needs some love. Yo, Particle, thanks so much for the retweet, man. Thanks, dude. Oh, I missed a lot of these. And Crazy.
Hell yeah, dude's gonna stick together, you know?
Turing. Dudes?
Don't matter if you're a robot or what, we all got the same shit to deal with. Gotta grab destiny by the horns and make your own mark.
From the mouth of babes. What is he? Okay. You're smarter than you look, Chad. I like how we just keep calling him Chad. We refuse to call him Starfucker, as much as he wants us to call him Starfucker.
People keep saying that, and I keep wanting to punch him for it.
It's probably the hair, Chad.
You think? Well, I ain't willing to give up my do just so people think I'm a brain. Got an image to protect.
I think it would be better in yellow.
Yeah? Maybe we can get a box of dye on the way home.
He's all about his hair. The line is finally cleared up. Let's go talk to Ramona. Alright, Ramona, the otaku. See, this is the poster I think that we need. It's a poster for Magical Commander Yukino. Yep, that's what we're trying to get. Alright, Ramona, how you been, girl? Hey, Ollie. Salutations, Ramona. What can I do for y'all?
Ahem.
Oh, this is my friend Chad. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
We were hoping you might be able to give us your assistance, Miss Ramona. We want to make trade for that Magical Commander Yukino poster over there. It's necessary for us to get some pretty important information. No way, not happening. Nuh-uh. Yukino is off limits. Oh gosh. How can you get a signed poster away from an otaku hardcore fan? This is literally a matter of life and death, Ramona. I don't care. That poster was signed by Takeko herself. It's one of a kind, I'm not giving it up. I'd rather not drag you any further into this than necessary, but I promise that we're not overstating it. This is a dire situation and people have already died. Still, I don't see how my poster's gonna help.
Man, you nerds sure do love your cheap crap from the net.
Cheap crap? Have you know that poster's worth hundreds of credits. Takeko passed away years ago, so there aren't any more of them getting signed. It's special.
Sure it is.
He doesn't get it. He's not in the fandom. Yeah, people not in the fandom don't understand fandom. Thankfully. Oh my gosh, Gus and Majid are my favorite, for sure. We can get you another. I don't want to have to tell her that I'm gonna steal it, so we can get you another. It'll only take a few days. It's not just a poster. It was a gift from someone. Someone I care about, okay? Besides, you can't get another one. Perhaps there's something else that would make a suitable trade. You aren't hearing me, are you? It's just about what it's worth. It has sentimental value. You can't replace that. Look, you'll just have to order something off the mesh because you can't have this one. We don't have time. The fleet'll dried up by then. I don't care. Man, she's so stubborn. like nothing else to say. Come on, Ramona. We just give us a goddamn poster. Okay, enough. How about this for a trade? I have an original keyframe cell from the Pretty Champion Sailor Sirius, signed by Takeko at home. Whoa, you have a signed Sailor Sirius cell? That's really hard to get. They stopped doing keyframes by hand right around that time.
You can't be serious, Ollie. You have that thing framed on your wall and you wouldn't shut up about it for a week after you got it.
This is important, Chad. You can't say you wouldn't do the same thing if someone had your dad. Think about touring. And I can't ask Ramona to give up something important to her if I'm not willing to do the same.
Maybe.
Alright, fine. I don't know what this is all about, but offering that keyframe is way too much for the poster. I can't accept it. But we need... I didn't say you can have the poster. Do you have something more equal to trade, Ollie? A couple of things, maybe. We'll talk about it then. Maybe you can find me another one, too. Go ahead and take the poster.
Yes, got the poster.
You got the signed poster. Thank you, Ramona. Yes, I can't tell you how much it means to us. Sure. And you think I could see that sell sometime, Ollie? Of course, I'll bring it right over when we talk about the trade. So cool. Alright, thanks, Ramona. Alright, so we got our poster.
I don't like the way she was flirting with you, Ollie.
He's so jealous. What are you talking about?
I know flirting when I see it, and I'm saying I don't like it. Not one bit.
We just talk about old anime sometimes, Chad. Neither of us are interested in the other.
Sure.
Well, we have the poster now. What's next? Go ahead and call this number, Turing. He'll want to set up the drop with you now that I have introduced you to him.
Sure, change the subject.
I'll call him right now then. It's ringing. You the ones looking for some papers? We are, and we have the requested payment here. Good, we're gonna do this real professional-like. You know the Stardust? I do. Head there, leave the poster behind the Mega Phobator arcade cabinet, and get out. Come back 10 minutes later, your stuff will be behind the cabinet. I understand. Good, I'll be waiting. Oh, interesting. Well, that was very mysterious. Yeah, that's how this guy is. I don't even know his name, and I've been getting things from him for a few years now.
Who cares? Let him play Spy Master if he wants. Let's hurry up to the Stardust and get this over with. I've wasted enough of my day with this crap.
Alright, let's get out of here. That's not the Stardust. Oh, the Stardust is in a different district. We're going off to the club. Oh, and then we can get to go see Gus and Majid. Go inside and make the drop. We'll wait out here.
Yeah, don't want to risk our IDs getting snatched if we're caught sneaking in.
I suppose I should feign surprise?
Hey, it's a pretty cool set, even if it's like a million years old.
They don't really care about the IDs unless you hit the bar.
Found that one out the hard way.
We would be fine if you wouldn't have taken a swing at the bouncer.
I like the hard way.
We'll be right back, gentlemen. Try not to set fire to the building or something while we're gone. Ooh, Turing's got some attitude now. He's got a little sass to him. I like it. He's got some jokes now. He seems to be evolving as we progress through the game. Well, he's learning. He's growing. No security right now. Hey guys, good to see you, Majid and Gus. I'll stop by there later. Okay, I'll ask Sai. Is it? It's not. Oh, the bouncer's chilling inside. Oh, the bouncers are both chilling inside together. Yeah, this was kind of crazy. Let's keep moving. Is this the arcade cabin? Yeah, here it is. Let's put the poster. Alright. Well, that should do it, Charlie. This is an awful lot of fuss over a poster. I just don't understand the appeal of merchandise like this. I keep my important possessions on my data drive. Humans don't have total recall like you do. Ah, that is true. Ramona seemed more concerned with it being a gift from a friend than as an item of importance in its own right. Perhaps it is necessity to keep such things around as reminders of good memories. In that case, perhaps I should get a few things from the apartment. I do have perfect recall, but a few of Hayden's things would be nice reminders. But that's enough navel-gazing. For now, anyway. Let's head back outside so our benefactor can make the trade. Let's get out of here.
You do the deal?
We left the poster behind the cabin, now we just need to wait for the switch. Hey, you guys could discuss the glitch, but I'll ask that you guys do it in whisper. I've never had to wait more than 5 minutes or so before, so it shouldn't take that long. I wonder how he knows the drop happened, and gets to it so fast.
Don't matter, Ollie, this guy's a solid feed, even if he likes to mess around.
What do you need these passports for, anyway? He's said to trade for information, but what's the full story? Without going into too much detail, our informant needs to get away from Neo-SF. The passports are one part of that. You also need to obtain an untraceable car. I don't suppose the two of you could help with that.
No way, dude. Grand Theft Auto is a felony with a capital F. Besides, getting an untraceable car is a damn bit harder than a piece of plastic that'll fool a hand scanner.
Chad's right.
Of course I'm right.
Anyway, the city's traffic management system keeps track of all vehicles passively, even if you manage to circumvent their firmware to keep them from actively reporting to the network. You have to spoof the car as something permitted to be invisible for the CTOS to ignore it.
I don't want to mess with boosting cars anyway. The junks run that racket in Neo-SF, and they don't play nice. I guess we're off to go see the junks next to get a car.
Especially with the HR. Well, thanks either way. You've done us a huge favor. Call it even for the apartment.
Yeah, Blue. No hard feelings. You give us a call if you need anything else, as long as it'll help find your pops.
We should get going, though. We're supposed to be home hours ago.
My dad won't notice, but Ollie's will flip. You take care. Don't get de-rezzed.
Goodbye. Alright, see you guys later. Alright, let's finish the trade inside. Let's go grab our thing. Man, we have so many things to do. We have to get these IDs. Then we gotta go out to, like, these junk guys to get some car, which they're probably gonna make us do something in order to get the car. And then we gotta go beg 2 different rich people for money. And then we can go to the informant and get some information. Gosh, all this is a lot of work for some information, but it's for an important cause. Alright, we got the passports, sweet. Here the passports are, just as advertised. Now we need to find a car. Perhaps Jess may know someone who can lend a hand. I guess we could try. Prepare yourself, Charlie. If Jess is the worst thing we have to face down this week, I'll consider us lucky. Alright, Jess, sassy old Jess over here. Let's see how she's been. It's Jess, your feline hybrid acquaintance. She's also, like, quite spicy. Hey, Jess. Oh, it's you again. Did you find your guy, or wait, let me guess, there's something else you need from me? Well, you haven't been terrible to deal with so far, so I'm willing to hear you out, barely. We need access to an untraceable car. An informant of ours needs to get out of the city without attracting attention of Parallax, and is offering valuable information in exchange. Heavy stuff. Well, you're gonna have to look elsewhere on this one. I'm not sure why you think just because I defend a few folks in rougher parts of the city that I would have that kind of connection. Maybe you heard somewhere that the hybrids in Neo-SF run the chop shops or something, and you believed it. Even if, hypothetically, they did, what profession exactly should hybrids take up when the government has legitimized discrimination against them? It doesn't matter because I'm not going to be an accessory to a felony or let one of my clients be either. I won't go down that path, sorry. I wouldn't know where to start anyway. Actually, that's quite a diss if I say that. Is there any possible way you can give us any kind of lead at all? I know we're reaching, but this is important. You just don't quit, do you? Okay, let me think. This might be a long shot, but you could try asking Majid. There are rumors that he may have been involved in some shady stuff way back in the day. He'll probably be reluctant to talk about it, but there's something for you. Get Majid to send me another drink in exchange, will you? Later. Huh? That went better than expected. I wonder if my charm is starting to pay off for us. Oh, you performed admirably as well. Onward we go. Turing definitely is growing some charm, that's for sure. Alright, Majid, what you got for us, buddy? How you being? Hey friends, what can we get for you? We were hoping that you could give us a little information. I'm always glad to help. But first, a drink. What'll it be, Charlie? That's right, we gotta get a drink. Wait, where was our drink? Which one was our drink? I don't remember which one we went with. Well, we gotta find our drink that we went with every time. Spicy gentleman. The subtle bitch. There we go. That's our drink. Coming right up. I'll ask Gus if I don't know what it is. Sorry about stealing your thunder. Does subtle bitch sound good? Sounds good. Alright, here you go. Subtle bitch served. So, what did you need help with? We're still investigating Hayden's disappearance, but we've run into a roadblock. An informant of ours needs to secure transportation out of the city, but we don't have any contacts who would be able to get us an untraceable car. And Jess mentioned that you used to engage in certain extra-legal activities. Perhaps you could point us towards someone who could help? He doesn't do that stuff anymore. Right, sorry friends. I left that life behind a long time ago. I don't really keep in touch with that crew anymore. Of course, completely understandable. Sorry to bother you then. Well, no harm in asking, right? My reputation precedes me. Don't let it get to your head, killer. Gus, I need to go to the back and gather up some stuff to restock before the rush later on. Mind manning the bar for me? Take your time. I think I can keep things under control. Thanks. Love you, hun. Well, that leaves us at a dead end, Charlie. Any ideas on what we should proceed? Some nose-to-the-ground journalist techniques for finding leads? Okay, what's next? Maybe there's another way out of the city, because I feel like getting a, car is just as out of question, especially how they described it. That might just not be possible, you know? Okay, maybe there's another way. That's a thought. Perhaps a light rail, or perhaps a ship. Give me a few moments to run a mesh search. No, I don't think that'll work. Parallax designed the operating system that runs the light rail themselves. Remaining unobserved while right under the nose of the railway security system would be difficult, if not impossible. As for a ship, we'd run into the same problems as with a car. They aren't hooked into CTOS, but they do use active GPS guidance for automatic destination control. We have to find a way to remove it from the grid. I don't want to go through Jess. I don't think she's going to help us. An old manual. Oh, that's the way to go. An old manually driven car. Going old school. That's not the worst idea. I don't think it would get noticed as long as the car had the appropriate registrations. But the permits to operate a manual vehicle are prohibitively expensive. A casual collector might still maintain one, but only a wealthy hobbyist would have the appropriate stickers to make the car roadworthy. We'd have to do a B and E, as Chad put it before, breaking and entering. Huh? Gus? Okay, the two of you are killing me here. Look, don't tell Majid about this, but here... What? He just gave us a carjacking device? What the hell? What is this, Gus? It's an automated vehicle maintenance scanner with a few less than standard upgrades. When you circumvent its security codes, you can use it to scan a car's installed firmware and replace it with a new set that'll spoof its presence on the city's network. That's the gist of it, but we don't have time to get into any specifics. You need to get the hell out of here with that before Majid gets back. Why the urgency? Look, Majid has done a lot to turn his life around. I really respect that about him, and it's part of why I fell in love with him. He did what I was never able to. That's how we've met, you know. That old rough and tumble life we both led. But you heard wrong. It wasn't Majid who had a hard time giving it up, it was me. Now he's got a good thing going with the Stardust, and I'm doing my best to be a part of it. And he'd be heartbroken if he found out I'm still in the game. But since I have that thing anyway, may as well let it be used for a decent cause. I can't tell you how much we appreciate this. We might finally be on our way to solving this mystery. Yeah, well, you didn't get it from me, okay? Just get out of here and on with your Grand Theft Auto. Let me know how it goes, okay? Of course. Okay, so now we need to steal a car. Well, now I think we're cooking with gas, as the colloquialism goes, Charlie. I'm searching the mesh for instructions on how to use this device as we speak. Yo, what's up, Alex? Let's go look for some likely candidates. It should be ready by then. Okay. Look at all these. Okay, we gotta get money from Fairlight. I don't know who to go for the money. Let's go this way. And how you doing, Bear Cub? What's going on? Can we just walk in? Oh no, the door. The Pat has to come and answer the door. There he is. Hello, Pat. Can we see Melody? No. Alright, cool. I guess that means yes. Yeah, let's go in. I love that he answers the door and just walks away. It's great. Oh, careful if you guys are gonna start talking about endings here, please. Alright, let's see if we can get some money from Melody. Come on, you're rich, lady! And you're retired, you don't need it, and you're super old anyway. I'm not saying I don't like seeing your little pixelated face. You're certainly better company than most of humans I have to deal with. But I'm a busy woman, you know, lots to do. Right, Pat? Traitor. Anyway, maybe we should space these little visits out a good bit further. Familiarity breeds contempt, after all. And I'm very good at contempt. I apologize, Aunt Melody. You've stated before that you like your peace and quiet, but we need your assistance. We're running with the aunt thing, aren't we? Another woman would tell you not to try to butter her up, but I like the flattery too much. What do you need? Alright, Vincent needs help getting out of the city. So that means you need to give us a shitload of money, lady. I can only imagine. If he's willing to turn a coat on Parallax and they're willing to remove Hayden when he made waves, I bet he feels like a mouse in a cat farm. I know they don't actually farm cats, Pat. It was a metaphor. Whatever, it was a smile then. Oh, a simile then. I'm not gonna play semantics with a bear. Semantics with a bear. Moving on, tell me what the trouble is and I'll make it happen. Yeah, we need money. Okay, that's kind of salty right there. I'm glad you're willing to help us clean up your mess. That's too salty. I don't want to be salty with Lady, because she can turn us away in a second, I bet. We're gonna need to pay for the information. Mr. Mensa said that he needs 100,000 credits. He also said that you already promised it to him and that he won't be able to get out of the city without it. He'll give us the information once we have another few things I'm certain we can get on our own. What? You can't even scrape together that kind of money, Charlie? Not much of a journalist then, is he, Turing? According to the statistics I found, it's unlikely that a journalist of any caliber less than the best would have that amount of liquid assets on hand. The pay for the profession isn't that high, Aunt Melody. Oh, I see. I guess it's one of the jobs people do because they love free headphones. Ha ha. I can get you the money, Turing, only because you're family. Just give Pat a few minutes to gather it. What's ENBY and what's GF? Actually, do I even want to know? You guys have me very nervous for spoilers right now. While we wait, is there anything else you want to grill me over? Might as well save us both another visit. Maybe Turing has something to ask. Non-binary. ENBY equals NB. Oh, NB. Oh, non-binary. I still don't know what that means. I don't follow. GF is in gender fluid. Ah, okay. Got it. Oh, Turing's got a personal question here, huh? Just shoot, Turing. I can take it. Long ago, you lost your mother. I was wondering, how did you deal with it? Hayden's only been gone for a few days, and already I feel like my circuits are gonna lock up for good. Oh, Turing, I'm not the right person to ask. I hated my mother. She's everything I thought wrong with the world, and when she was gone, I felt nothing but relief that I could start undoing the damage she did. Never mind the fact that I had to watch her waste away from the cancer. Death was a blessing for us both. Besides, you'll find Hayden soon. Keep your chin up. Blast it. Enough with this subterfuge. We already know Hayden has been killed. We were keeping it quiet so we didn't show our hand or something. I won't be getting him back. Oh no. I'm sorry, Turing. I still don't know what to tell you. I've lost people, but never anyone close enough to wound me like that. I don't know that I've ever had anyone that close to me. If you feel like talking about it, I'm willing to listen. Or make Pat do it anyway. Thank you. I don't know. Stick it out. Time heals all wounds, or so they say. This too shall pass. So, how smart is Pat really? Pat's the bear, by the way. Smarter than I give him credit for, that's for sure. It's not the easiest thing in the world to measure, you know? He doesn't process language in the same way humans do, and even if he can understand me, my translation program that just guesses at what he says most of the time. Oh, you have a translator running from your neural implant. Ha! Yeah, I'm cheating. Though honestly, even without it, I have a pretty good idea of what he means most of the time. We've been together for a while now. The tech we've developed is good, it just has a damned high mortality rate. Considering it only really works on large, typically predatory animals. Predatory. We don't have a lot of test subjects. It's a minefield of ethical concerns beyond just being prohibitively expensive. So, Pat is a bear apart. At least until we can figure out how to apply the modified neural pathways without frying the brains of 90% of the subjects. So they probably killed a lot of bears or something, that's what I'm guessing. Maybe one day there will be a bunch of talking tigers and dolphins. Who is Sympathy again? I don't remember Sympathy. Alright, we're short on time. Let's go. Give me the money, Pat! Just in time, then. Take the cash and get moving. Briefcase added to items. I can finally get back to whatever it was I was doing before you burst in here. Oh, the producer. Okay. Oh my god, their glasses are kick-ass. I want those kind of shades. How cool would that be? That would be an awesome cosplay. Thank you, Aunt Melody. Your help has been invaluable to us. Yeah, kiss ass later. You got things to do, too. Alright, we'll kiss ass later. And we're connected by the barest of threads, but she's already important to me. Is that strange? Maybe you're both lonely. That might be it. Very possible. I guess there's nothing to do but run with it. Some gifts are too valuable to look at too closely, lest they vanish into thin air. And I already have a penchant for overanalyzing things. Let's get moving. We still have things to do before we can meet back up with Mr. Mensa. Okay, so we got the money. We got the passports. We need to get the car now. Oh, hey, it's Rivers. To what do we owe the pleasure? I wanted to check in with you away from the prying eyes of my corporate masters. It wasn't too hard to track you down here. Only took a slight abuse of my power to follow your credit transactions in the AutoCAD system. I'm having a hard time reading this quickly because I have it full screened and the pixel text is kind of hard to read when it's huge. It's easier to read when it's smaller, I think. I just need to make this window smaller. Wow, this music track right here is awesome, you guys. Were you able to find anything out? Not much. Listen, I'm getting stonewalled by my superiors on the investigation. I could really use another lead from the two of you. I'd been hunting down I'm not sure if I want to call him a soldier of fortune or an assassin for hire. Either way, I tracked this guy down to see if he might have been hired by Parallax to snatch Hayden, but he's got an ironclad alibi for the relevant period of time. And that leaves me with nothing, not a jack diddly shit. Do the two of you have anything to give me? Otherwise, I'm back to hunting down the froyo-hating robot ghosts in the park. I'm sure my superiors would be ecstatic considering how much they keep riding my ass about it. We're on thin leads ourselves, Detective Rivers. We have a meeting with someone from inside Parallax who might be able to give us answers, but he's unlikely to want to talk with a Wait, maybe she can pull some strings and get me an untraceable car. I just wish this... Never mind. Buck up, Turing. I wish this was easier too. But with detective work, sometimes it's not about being clever, it's about being more dogged and relentless than whoever you're chasing. You two are my new deputies, right? So keep your nose to the ground and keep digging. I still have a few contacts I can hit up to try finding out a little bit more. You two let me know if there's anything else I need to be going after. We will, thanks Lexi, see you later. Yeah, sure, just get going. What is she doing? Wait, what is she doing at this house anyway? Why'd you come by here? Okay, we only have a single lead. And if Parallax really is as shady as Vincent seems to suspect, it could end up very interesting. Let's see if we can put an end to this, finally. Oh, I just received an email from Tomcat. So they finished decrypting the data cache. It seems that it was filled mostly with his personal logs about my creation and mental development. The more technical information was already scrapped. Perhaps that was why it was being left behind when they snatched him. Still, these files should be enlightening, if only in a personal way. I'll peruse them in my spare time and let you know if I find anything interesting. Hey, Snowy! And hey, Treasure, how's it going? I'd hate for all the trouble we went to be for nothing. Okay, get out of here. Let's check this place out. Hold on. I forgot where... I just brain farted. I forgot where we're going. Who do we have to see? Do we... Oh wait, let's go back to the Golden Gate Bridge Park. Talk to that guy. Vincent. I told you I'm not telling you anything else until I get what was agreed upon. Yeah, what's up, Will? How you doing, dude? Just over half... Oh, you're right! Over half an hour till Christmas Eve. Oh, shit. Well, Merry Christmas Eve to some of you guys, and Merry almost Christmas Eve to others of you guys. Yeah, we're still in the past. Those are spoilers, Sai. I don't remember where I was supposed to go, so I'm gonna go see if I can talk to, oh wait, he's not even here. What the hell? Wait, where is he? KCOB? No, that's not where we gotta go. Let me go here. Wait, are we trying to jack... Hold on a second, let me see if I can jack this car. Oh, rats, this car has the wrong firmware installed. We won't be able to install our new firmware over the top of it. Did you miss anything? Did you see the last cast? Because if you didn't, then you missed 6-7 hours of it. We'll have to check another car. Where can we find a car? Can we go back to that shady area? Market Street. Maybe there's a car here we can find. Oh shit, we set the alarm on. Oopsie. Let's get out of here before someone contacts the authorities. Shit. Hey, Sai, where was I supposed to be? What did Alfie just tell me? I forgot the last thing he told me to do. Wait, I did not save. I should probably save. I haven't saved in a while. I totally, because I was reading chat as I was reading what he was saying, and I totally forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I'd say Majid and Gus are my favorites. Those guys are fucking awesome. Yeah, I'm still looking for the car, but I can't find it. Wait, was there more to check out at the park? Yeah. Holy shit, what happened to this guy? Oh my gosh, he got tagged up. Who is there? I cannot see a thing. I shall make a note to request more street lamps in this park. This is much too dark an area. Is it just because he got painted all over? I don't remember. Shit. Oh, hey. Maybe one of these. Look at this. Damn, not that one. Maybe this one? Oh, sweet! Success! This vehicle has the appropriate firmware version. Someone has been neglecting their regularly scheduled updates. Give me a moment to get everything installed. There. There are some options here that I can fool around with. Ah, interesting. I can put in preset destination plans for a future date. Why don't we go ahead and set a plan for the car to return to this spot in a week? That's more than enough time for Mr. Mensa to get away. Now we aren't really stealing the car. More like borrowing without asking. Yeah, that's right. I feel better already. Me too. The car will drive itself to Golden Gate Park, and we can show Mr. Mensa where it is when we meet him. There, everything should be set up now. Okay, cool, we got all this stuff. We got the money, we got the passports, got the car. So, let's go to GG Park. GG Park. We got your stuff, Vincent. Hey, did you manage to get everything? We did. Here you go, Vincent. Briefcase, passports, and the carjacking device. Wait, we just don't need the device anymore, I guess. Everything seems to be in order. Here. There we go. This disc has all of Hayden's research notes and technical notes. It should be everything myself and Melody agreed upon. It covers all kinds of things, like what he was working on. His data collation algorithms and some research into digital human consciousness transference, and probably lots on your creation, Turing. Also, Melody added an amendment while you were out, and frankly, no skin off my back. Here. Parallax. Ooh, looks like we're gonna be sneaking into Parallax, maybe? It's my Parallax employee badge. It should allow you access to the networks in case there's anything I've missed. You'll want to use that sooner rather than later. I'm not wasting any time, and Parallax is pretty fast to revoke security. And with that, I'm gonna get the hell out of this town. The cash should tide me over until the heat dies down, and I can cash out my shares through some relays. What about the big project you mentioned earlier? The Saiyan scanner. This is the year 2064. Scanners are a normal thing. How else are you gonna see people's power levels? And if they liked your post. Okay, sure. You two did me a solid, so I'll spill. Parallax is about to announce the launch of a new service they're calling Big Blue. At least that's the project name. Who knows what the marketing guys have come up with for the public? It's a disturbed intelligence. Like, okay. In every way that Hayden built Turing to be elegant, efficient, and human-like, Big Blue is ham-fisted, bloated, and sterile. They didn't put Hayden into the project, probably because he gives so little of a damn about corporate politics that he tanked the whole thing just by being there. So the system lacks his artistry that you'd seen on our previous projects. It squats on the mesh like a spider, using square processing power and memory from every ROM on the network to handle its intelligence processing. Yeah. it doesn't have much of a personality, it's very smart. Pretty much puts Hayden out of a job anyway. His algorithms are fantastic, but he's only human. Oh my god, Vincent's wife's name is Kakarot, are you kidding? That's amazing. Holy shit. Big Blue is embedded directly into the network and can self-modify to apply ever more efficient algorithms as it develops them in machine time. How will Big Blue impact Parallax's business? I can't really give you a good answer to that. I mean, the company is currently handled by a dozen server farms running thousands of different algorithms, with hundreds of people tweaking things every day, and Big Blue will be able to do all of that on its own. And there are shadier applications for it. I mean, if you can collate and analyze data and queries on the mesh in real time, what's to stop you from delivering the content you want rather than the user wants? The potential for abuse is staggering. We're talking direct control of the information accessible to everyone who uses Parallax's services. That's something that, like 70% of the market last time I checked. They could control elections, push the market in directions they want, influence public opinion, all by asking Big to do it. It's scary stuff, and they scrapped the prototype, Baby Blue, because it started doing that on its own. What do you mean, it started doing what? Manipulating the mesh. They had made its self-preservation imperatives too strong, and Baby Blue started changing news articles and people's search results to be more friendly towards the idea of an AI. When the board found out, they pulled the plug on it. That must have been a year or so ago. They tweaked Big Blue so it wouldn't do the same thing, but it can self-modify. Given a good enough reason, it might decide to find a way around those limitations. Either way, it proves my point. Having that kind of control would be a hell of a card for Parallax's hand. They'll go to pretty significant lengths to make sure it works. And why would Parallax be worried enough to get rid of Hayden? Because launching the first fully independent self-modifying machine intelligence is a shaky thing. I mean, if some of the brightest minds ever have tried to warn humankind away from, some of the brightest minds ever have tried to warn humankind away from building real AI. Hawking, Musk, Gates, the list goes on. The public is likely to be nervous, and legislators even more nervous. Parallax is banking on being able to launch the project quickly and get results out in an open before any counter-movement can pick up steam. If they can prove Big Blue works and isn't going to go Skynet on us, then they can avoid regulatory hamstringing. The research Hayden was doing on Turing threatens to throw a huge wrench into that, since he was planning on publishing his findings soon. Every extra eye on machine intelligence works against Parallax, and I think they tried to pressure him to drop it. He clearly refused. Alright, good night, Wolfie. Merry Christmas Eve. I'll talk to you later. Night-night. How did Parallax know about Turing? It isn't like Hayden to keep his work on Turing secret. His contract with Parallax affords him the freedom to work on his own academic projects outside of the company in his free time, up to and including publishing and patenting, though Parallax gets first right of refusal. One of the perks of being the smartest guy in the room, so he's kept most of us up to date on his progress, bouncing ideas off of us and whatnot. It's exciting stuff, both Turing and Hayden's eventual goal of digital consciousness transfer. I'm not surprised word of it got up to the board and made them nervous. Thanks, Vincent. Hey, no problem. I've had enough of this cutthroat corporate bullshit for several lifetimes. If anyone can find Hayden, I know it's you. I hope his research notes can help you out, Charlie. Be sure to let Turing help. She's a bright little bot. I think, didn't Turing go by they last time, I believe? I'm pretty sure. Oh, slip of the tongue. I was just more familiar with Hayden's first experiment, Grace. She was very insistent on things like that. Yo, Grubbins, thanks for the host, man. Appreciate it. Skynet Terminator scanners from DBZ? Yo, well, this game is awesome. It's total cyberpunk murder mystery. Takes place in Neo, San Francisco in the year 2064. This same week right now. The week leading up to Christmas. Oh, hey, Sai, thank you so much for the host. She was very insistent on things like that. Well, honestly, I don't think I've made my mind up yet. I'm still a very new being. I'm not even positive gender is a human concept that can be applied identically to machine. But I do enjoy the idea of in abstract. I will continue to consider how I wish to be referred to as well. Until then, feel free to go with what you feel. If I had to make a choice, perhaps they is the most appropriate. Most people assume it, obviously, but he is also consistently used. Perhaps it's because I'm blue? Ignore me just marveling at the machine intelligence, pondering on things like this. What have you done indeed, Hayden? Good luck, the both of you. Thank you, Mr. Mensa. Be safe. Later, wheelchair dude. Have fun in Canada. Charlie, I need a few minutes. What's going on, Turing? I've been going through some of Hayden's personal notes from the data cache Tomcat decrypted. Now that I'm starting to get to know him better, the real Hayden, as opposed to the Hayden he showed me, the less I'm starting to like him. For example, remember the earlier prototype Vincent mentioned? Her name was Grace, and Hayden shut her down for being... I'm not even sure what word to use. Too likable? She was kind of bright, and did all she could to try to make people happy. She even decided that she was a girl, and that her favorite color was pink. Hayden thought she was being manipulative. He posited that he had made her personality algorithms too willing to make adaptations that would benefit her long-term survival, and that she was being congenial just to endear herself to him. That even her gender was a calculated attempt to make him like her more. But he was wrong, dead wrong in fact. I have a snapshot of her personality profiles here, and when I compare them to my own, I can see that she was just nice. She was genuinely good in the same way I'm genuinely obsessed with seeming intelligent. Like I said, I'm not sure I even have a gender. Everyone refers to me as he, or just for convenience, but it doesn't really matter to me at all. Is that a calculated attempt on my part to impress Hayden, not clinging to normativity? Or is it a product of him focusing on curbing any nascent similarities to Grace during my upbringing? I wish I could yell at him for being so arrogant, playing God in the crudest of ways. You can't choose to create consciousness and then take it away just like that. Even so, for all of that, I don't know, I still miss him. This all seems so stupid, so senseless. They killed him because him building me would mess with a product launch? That's ridiculous. They took him away from me for such a moronic reason. I just want him back, Charlie. It's impossible, but it's what I want. I'd do anything. We'll get through this. Of course. Thank you, Charlie. I'll send this new data along to Tomcat. Let's head back to the apartment and wait for them to finish going through it. Ah, home sweet home again. Such that it is. And before you say anything, I don't feel the need to talk over the events of the day. too much has happened. I've already forwarded everything we rooted out of Tomcat, both about Hayden's research and our abortive search into the modified mesh articles. He said that they would be over in the morning to discuss our next steps. I'd suggest that we both get some rest. If that's... Okay, I'm tired anyway. Perhaps things will look better in the morning, but I have a feeling we're going to be even busier than ever. Good night, Charlie.